Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Drew Jets Show. And the New York Jets pulled off a magical win against the Buffalo Bills in overtime, beating them 22-16. So let's dive right into this game. Now, of course, the game started off on some very unfortunate circumstances whenever Aaron Rodgers got injured on the fourth play of the game. Now, we're unsure of what the injury is at the moment. They're saying it's something to do with his ankle. Could be Achilles, could be an ankle sprain. He did have a boot on his ankle and also got carted to the locker room where he got x-rays, and the x-rays turned out to be negative. He will be getting an MRI very soon. So what the injury is definitely going to be interesting to see. But nonetheless, the New York Jets were able to win without Aaron Rodgers, which says a whole lot about this team. But talking about who was under center for us tonight, Zach Wilson, former second overall pick. He could have played a lot worse. I'm not going to say his performance was out of the water, but for what the situation Zach Wilson was in, everyone's chanting Aaron Rodgers before the game. He has this big introduction with the American flag walking out. Everyone's wearing his jersey. Everyone's excited. The stadium's a sellout because of Aaron Rodgers. We're on Monday Night Football because of Aaron Rodgers. And then whenever he gets out, everyone, is just like, oh, Zach Wilson's in. Already counting him out. And nonetheless, Zach Wilson probably wasn't even expected to play this entire season, or at least meaningful snaps this season. So here he is in week one on the first drive of the season for the New York Jets, and is in the game and is now our starting quarterback. So that's a complete change for him, and then also a change for the offense, who's practicing with Aaron Rodgers this entire offseason, getting used to his snap cadences, his veteran ways, and now saying you have third-year quarterback Zach Wilson, who struggled a lot in his NFL career. Right there, that just completely changes up your game plan. So not ideal for this offense. And in half number one, you could see the offense struggling a lot. But in half number two, you started to see them pick things up a bit. We were losing 13-3 entering halftime, and we were able to put up a lot of points in the second half, which was obviously great for the New York Jets and showed how much the offense picked up. And Zach Wilson, he did throw an interception, wasn't a great read, but he also did throw a touchdown. And the person who caught the touchdown, Garrett Wilson, I don't know how he managed to pull that catch off, but it was insane. One of the best catches I've ever seen in my entire life. The ball concentration on that catch was absolutely insane, and that's why he was the 10th overall pick, the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He was a big-time player, and guess what? Big-time players make big-time plays, and that's exactly what Garrett Wilson did right there. But the run game also dominated, led by Breece Hall, who only had 10 carries, but on his 10 carries, 127 rushing yards, averaged 12.7 yards a carry. He had that huge 83-yard run whenever we were pinned back on our 4-yard line, which led to a field goal. Breece Hall dominated in his limited touches tonight, and whenever the New York Jets start to feed him the rock more and more, man, I can't wait to see what Breece Hall is going to do. And if he would have got a lot more touches tonight, if he would have got the touches Dalvin Cook had, you can only imagine what Breece Hall would have done. And those 3 extra touches, that could have been a touchdown, maybe even another touchdown or a first down for the Jets, just something. But whenever Breece Hall starts getting more and more healthy, can't wait to what the New York Jets are going to do. But in the preview game, I said the New York Jets need to establish a run game against the Buffalo Bills to win. 172 yards, that's the definition of establishing the run game. So overall, while the offense wasn't fantastic tonight, while they, could have played a lot better, they could have played a lot worse. It was an overall solid game for the Jets. Zach Wilson was a game manager for us and was able to lead us to a win. But the defense is a huge story from tonight's game. They put pressure in Josh Allen's face the entire time. And if you had the Jets defense in fantasy football, and if they won you a game, salute to you. 20 points to the Jets defense tonight in fantasy football. Absolute juggernaut of a performance. We were able to have 5 sacks tonight. All the hype about our defense line that was accumulating over the offseason seems to be true. The people with those sacks were Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers, Al Woods, and newly signed Quentin Jefferson was able to have 2 sacks. Along with the 5 sacks, we also had 8 tackles for loss. This Jets defense line was really all over to the place in tonight's game. But the huge big-time player performance goes out to Jordan Whitehead, who's able to have 3 interceptions over Josh Allen in tonight's game. He had 3 interceptions all of last season. He had 3 interceptions tonight, and the first Jets player to have 3 interceptions in a game since Ty Law in 2005. Jordan Whitehead, balled out tonight. Absolutely balled out. What a performance from Jordan Whitehead, and definitely one of the reasons why we won this football game. Also, Michael Clemens had a forced fumble on Josh Allen as well, which led to the New York Jets getting a field goal, which was huge for us because that field goal ended up giving us 16 points, which led Buffalo to tie it up, and which led us to go to overtime. So huge fumble right there by Michael Clemens. But of course, the star of the game has to be Xavier Gipson. 0 offensive touches in the game, didn't do much on offense, but in the return game, he balled out. In overtime, we forced the Buffalo Bills to punt, and Xavier Gipson, the hard knock star, the undrafted free agent rookie, catches it and returns it 65 yards to the house. 65-yard house call to give the New York Jets the overtime win. I lost my mind when that happened. And talk about complete karma reversed, a complete 180. We lost the game to the New England Patriots last year on a kick return touchdown. And next thing you know, we're winning the game on a kick return touchdown. Xavier Gipson is a hidden gem that the New York Jets found. What a punt return by him right there. Oh my goodness. What a performance from the New York Jets tonight. Also got to give a shout out to Greg Zuerlein. He was 100% tonight on all of his kicks. 3 for 3 on field goals, 1 for 1 on extra points. He stepped up. He's another big-time player, putting up numbers in big-time moments. But, man, what a performance from this Jets team. The integrity, the perseverance the Jets have, the drive, the will they have is definitely on display. I mean, if we would have had Aaron Rodgers in this game, based on the way the defense is playing, we're putting up 40, 35 points. And the fact that we were still able to win, despite the circumstances that happened to us, is just absurd. I mean, as I literally just said, the drive, the perseverance of this team is absolutely insane. What a win for the New York Jets to start out this season. Excited to see what we're going to be able to do in Dallas next week. Also, we'll be attending that football game. So if you're going to the game, let me know. But, man, what a performance from the New York Jets. I'm your host, Jude, signing off for now. See you guys later, and the Jets are 1-0. Peace.